and stress-free renovations from the team you trust. 25% off renovation projects, bathrooms, kitchens, and general home improvements. 20% off thin sets and adhesives. 20% off tools. 20% off light fixtures. 10% off tiles, laminate, and vinyl flooring. Ask about our Trust program. Start your renovation today and pay later with flexible terms built for homeowners like you. High quality products, skilled craftsmanship, transparent and friendly service. Visit us at Russell's Shopping Center, Stoney Grounds. Call 784-456-7649 or WhatsApp 289-200-7649. District Stairs SVG. Quality you can see. Service you can trust. Special conditions apply.
WEFM, the new fresh sound.
Activated Mornings on WeFM 99.9 is on now.
And here we are again. This time it's our final talk segment of the morning, and it is an interview with, you should have guessed it by now based on the ad you just heard, it is with District Stairs. I hope that you have been following our interviews for the past month. Yeah, District Stairs has been showing us some of the wonderful things that they have in store. They've been talking about the sales that they have going on. And, talking about showing us lovely things. Hop onto the live Facebook and YouTube, as always, because District Stairs goes live from in the actual store, and they show us the actual store while we're on the interview. All right. So if you, if you would like to see some things, then you can hop onto the live right now. But we have from District Stairs, Zoe Porter, who is the store manager here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Zoe, good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Relisa, Deanna. Good morning to our listeners. I encourage you, as Deanna said, to come over and view what we're showing you this morning.
All right. So Zoe would have touched on many things over the past month and a piece, right? We talked about what's here in store in SVG, as well as what's in store in Canada, that if you want to, you could also get here in SVG, all right? But I don't think that we quite touched on the customer service experience that we can get at District Stairs, all right? So yes, I've been listening to this interview on WeFM. I've been looking at the live, etc. And, you have piqued my interest. I'm considering doing some business with you. So I come in and I make an inquiry. What happens from there?
So you'd make an inquiry. Say you come in and you want your entire kitchen redone. So we'd start off by asking you, would you like, per se, tiles for the countertops, or would you prefer the quartz countertops that we have here? So you can make a decision on the countertops there. We can match the countertops to the backsplash if you'd like one, if you'd like, a statement piece in the room. And then if the walls have already been painted or not, we can pick a color, or if we're going based off of a color, we can match it to that color scheme, and we can plan out the entire interior design look. So you don't have to come with everything planned. You can just come and say, well, I've dismantled my entire kitchen. I need to get something done. I want to go with different shades of gray. And we can simply go from there. We can even put in the cupboards for you, build them. We can do everything from scratch. So that's how it would go. So we'd start with that. We'd give you recommendations on interior design. And then we'd follow that up by doing you an official quotation. And from there, if the price is right, then we go forward. If not, and you'd like to inquire about our trust program, then we can go about it that way as well. We both can come to a decision on an amount for the deposit. And then from there, we can set up your monthly, weekly, or bi-weekly payments, however best it suits you. And we have the job started once the deposit has been done.
Okay. Go ahead.
What is that process like when you're helping persons to figure out the right color, the right material, or whatever it is they're choosing? Because we know sometimes some of us, we take a very long time before we can come to a final decision, or we're not very easy to deal with when we're making those decisions. So what do you do in cases like that? Or how, I should probably ask, how much
patience?
Yes.
I've been actually told my patience very good. So I don't mind spending 45 minutes. I don't mind spending an hour and a half with a customer. And sometimes that is the case. For me, I understand how it can be to, you're doing over your home or you're building your home for the first time and you really want a specific look. It doesn't make sense to spend all that money on something and you're not sure about it. I tell customers when they're bouncing between two things, the first thing that caught your eye, stick with that because that's the one that. So I just walk through the process. I'm patient. I pull out lots of samples, instead of looking at the samples in the store. Sometimes it helps to look at them in the natural light outside because that's how the flooring or the tiles is actually going to look in your home. It's not going to look like how it looks under the artificial light in here. So I take them through that process. I take them through it slowly. We look at different things. We explore different options. And we normally do come to a very good conclusion.
Okay. I know that this isn't generally done with many stores, right? But I'm not sure if District Stairs might just, be the store that makes the exception. So let's say I am indecisive about two tiles, right? Two particular tiles with regards to, let's say, the color of my walls or just a general idea or general thing that I have for my home. Is it possible, like during the home visit, for maybe the tiles that I have considered that I get a sample so that I can probably, I'm not saying for me to walk with it, right? But if you're making the home visit, for it to be present within the home so that it can help me to come to a decision quicker. Can that be done?
Yes, that's sure. That can be done. It actually can be done either way. So if you prefer to do it on your own time, then you can actually take samples that we have here in store and you can take them to your home. You can look at them under different lights. You can match them with the painting and then you bring back the samples. Or similarly, if we're coming to the site and we're all going to look at it together, then we can bring the samples with us when we're coming to do measurements or a site visit and we can come to a better conclusion there.
Okay. This is lovely. I really don't know. I'm not sure if it's done by other stores, but I'm happy to hear that District Stairs is doing this, right? Because I think especially when it comes to tiles, it's so permanent that you kind of want to be sure that you're actually going to love it when it goes down. So I'm happy to hear of that, right? Regarding the customer experience as well too. Do you do deliveries to the Grenadines? How do persons in the Grenadines benefit from District Stairs being an SVG?
Well, for instance, we've actually had customers in Beckway, Mustique, Canawan, and what we do is that customer doesn't even actually have to come into the store. I've had customers who've got into contact with me on WhatsApp. We've discussed, I've sent pictures, they've agreed to what they wanted, I've sent them the quotation, and you can actually just send a bank transfer to us, and then we send the code for you. If we organize the payment and the material the same time and the same day, it can actually be shipped on the same day. If not, then we normally do it the next day. Even on a Saturday, I've done deliveries.
Okay, so customer service is top of top.
What a customer wants, they will get.
So you have the online banking platform where you can just do the direct deposits to District Stairs account?
Yes, you can do the direct deposit, correct. So what we do is we'd send you our banking information on the quotation, and then you send the transfer from there.
I'm so pleased to hear this because I don't have to walk with this set of money into District Stairs to make this payment. Okay. And
pay with check, we have a card machine in here, or you can do a bank transfer.
Okay. And while it is, I know that we spoke about those in the Grenadines, it also works. Listen, it can work for anybody, anywhere, actually. Because right there in Clay Valley, I may not necessarily want to have to come into town, but I can also do it there as well, do it through that platform. So this is good to know. Very good to know.
Yes.
All right. Diana, any?
Well, I wanted to ask Zoe, she mentioned a while ago, somebody said that she has a lot of patience. So with all of these beautiful things that we're hearing, what's the feedback generally like from your customers?
Well, the feedback is that we do very clean work for our installation. It's, especially if we're doing, say, a single room or 2 rooms, it tends to be pretty quick, like within a week or so. They're pleased with the quality of products that we have in store as well. They're pleased with the fact that, when they come in and there's a discount to be had, it's, really makes a difference in terms of what into a budget. We've had some pretty good reviews, the variety of things we have in here as well. I've heard a couple of customers come in here and say, well, they're buying tiles, by chance, do we have tin sets? And we do in fact have tin sets as well as grout. And they said, well, it's a one-stop shop. That's a comment I've heard.
Okay. And so with district says it's basically, you said one-stop shop with regards to let's say buying tiles and getting tin sets, right? But to me it also sounds like it is a one-stop shop in the sense where I can come in, I make the selections, or I don't even have to come in. You can send me the information through WhatsApp. I can make the purchase online, and you also do delivery. District Stairs organizes delivery. What happens there?
To organize delivery, we normally ask if a customer would like us to do delivery or if they are going to pick up. Either way can work, but from there we organize and we set it up.
Okay, and I can also get the installation done through District Stairs.
Correct.
Listen, people, y'all don't even need to leave your homes, right? You don't even need to leave your homes. And I'm thinking, especially for those in the rural ends of our country, yeah, it is indeed seamless. It's indeed seamless.
We even do site visits out there because, as you saw, Marlon and I took that trip to the last house in Fancy to actually do some measurements. So as far as it takes.
Okay. Oh gosh, something I was going to ask and it just went straight out my head.
Okay, so while Relisa is trying to get that back, earlier you were talking about the trust program, but I don't think you went into it. I think we kind of, went over it a little quickly. So let's go back to the trust program and explain to listeners what that program entails.
So our trust program is where we give you a quotation based off of what you would want, what work you would want us to do, whether that be supply only or supply and install. And then from there, you can speak to us, you can let us know what your budget is, and we can best work with that in terms of a deposit or an overall price, whichever one suits. And then from there, we both agree on a deposit price, something we can accept, as well as something the customer can afford. And then from there, we organize the payments going forward. So it can be on a monthly basis, or it can be bi-weekly if the person gets paid bi-weekly and that suits them better, or on a weekly basis if they want to do smaller increments. So we organize it based off of that and based off of what the customer can afford. The monthly payment is also made based off of what the customer can afford. And we go from there. The job does actually not have to be fully paid off, like the entire balance does not have to be fully paid off before we start the job. So you can, while we work as well.
All right. I know that we talked about the trust program, but of course, I know that there is a sale going on. So could you remind us of what's happening with that sale?
So with the sale, that is 25% off of renovations. So that can be your kitchen, your bathroom, any types of home renovations. We also have 20% off of our light fixtures, off of our tools, as well as our tin sets and adhesives. And then we have 10% off of our tiles, our vinyl, and our laminate. And that sale ends on Monday, folks.
All right. And as we're talking about customer service, remind us of your opening hours, because if I'm not mistaken, you extend a little bit past the general closing times for other businesses, right? So remind us of your opening hours.
Yes, from Monday to Friday, we open from 8 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. And on a Saturday, we open from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. So if you're looking to pass in, like after work, you finish at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, you can always come in. You don't have to run off on your lunch hour or try and run from work during the day. We're still open.
Okay. And gosh, what's going on with my brain this morning? I had something else.
What documents do you need when you come to District Stairs?
I suppose I guess for the trust program in particular.
Yeah.
Right. Do you need to walk with, like, let's say, proof of your source of income, a bank slip or something? Do you have to walk with any financial information? Proof of address?
Because we're not a financial institution. So
okay.
It's a program. So it's something that we both agree to. And don't have to bring any documents. We just agree on it. Correct.
Okay. All right. Zoe, I'm probably hungry. It just gone straight on my head again. Lord. All right.
So reminding you that we're located between the entrance to Massey Distribution and the entrance to Russell Cinema, and we have 8 palms outside lining the store. A sign above the door that says District Stairs.
All right. The question that I was going to ask, right? So for persons who aren't able to come into this store, remind us of the number that we can call, specifically the WhatsApp number that we can message. Let's say if we want to get ideas of the sample of tiles that are in store, just any question that I may have with regards to a particular product that you currently carry. And let's also not forget the baseboards and the crown molded. Right.
Yep. So the number is 784-496-7650. Or if you're looking to contact Marlon directly, it's 289-200-7649.
Okay. And also there is a catalog. So whatever it is that we cannot find here in SVG, there is also a catalog that you can provide for us to be able, a digital catalog for us to be able to see other products that we can get here as well, right?
Correct. Yes.
Right. All right. So any final things that you want to leave with us, Zoe?
Well, I encourage everyone to come and take a look. Come and see what renovations you want to do, what small accents you want to add to your home before Monday when our sale ends.
Zoe, this is my final request. I think you should probably just give us a little tour, probably just show us.
360?
Yeah, that's it. Do a 360.
I'm starting in front of the store. We have our pickets and our posts behind us there. This wooden tiling we sell as well behind there. This is our staircase display. We have lots of tiles on there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a little walk through the aisles. So we have our 24 by 48 tiles here. We have a couple different colors. We have our smaller sample boards here with our different types of tiles. This is actually a glass tile here. We have these tiles here. These are actually called feather tiles, so they have their own unique shape. Yeah, but we have lots of options here for you to peruse if you do choose to come in.
All right, and maybe we could just do a quick at the light fixtures that you have, because there is also a sale happening with the light fixtures.
There is, as well as our tools. So light fixtures we do have on display. So we have the black and gold, as well as the plain gold.
Okay.
Get that in chrome.
All righty. All right, Zoe. So I expect to see a very crowded store coming. Well, yeah, now it's end of the month anyway, so a very crowded store. So yeah, we look forward to talking with you again next Tuesday. And yeah, wishing you a productive one today. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right, take care until.
Right.
A tradition of trust, a promise of quality. Transform your home with District Stairs SVG's Homeowners Trust Program. Renovate your kitchen, bathroom, flooring, or living space. Hassle-free. No interest, no hidden fees, just trust. Here's how it works. Free consultation. Start with a free consultation to discuss your renovation goals and receive a customized plan. Pay a deposit up front. Secure your renovation with an initial deposit. Flexible installment plans. Pay the remaining balance in manageable installments tailored to you. Your vision brought to life. Experience a seamless transformation of your home with trusted craftsmanship. Let's bring your dream home to life together. Call us at 1-784-456-7649. Email districtstairs.svg@gmail.com or visit us in the Russell Shopping Center at Stoney Grounds.
St. Vincent